Welcome to our digital detox course. I am stoked to talk about this. It's something that I have been asked to create a course around and explain how my family of seven endured, and not only endured, but enjoyed our 3 day digital detox. Um, so I'm presenting this to you, and I'm so excited to talk about it. So I want to start with where the idea came from. I recall the idea was born in my mind after seeing my 18-year-old, at the time I think she was 17. Yes, she was 17. And I remember her being on the sofa and just like in her phone. And I just was looking at her, and I'm like, when is she going to lift her head up? Like, when is she going to just look up? And for a good, like, 15 minutes, it did not happen. I even remember a period during that 15-minute period where my other daughter, her sister, said something to her, asked her a question. And while she did answer the question, she did not look up at her face. And that just didn't sit super well with me. And I remember in that moment being like, I have to do something about this. And prior to that, I had already wanted to um, implement some kind of like family screen separation thing, and I didn't really know what that looked like. So in that moment, watching my daughter just in her screen for that long, I remember thinking our entire family could really use a digital detox, a like 3 day in-home retreat where there's no screens. So all we have is each other. And a lot of times we think of that and it's like we think we have to be away somewhere, on some vacation or something to connect and on such a large scale, um, in home, right? Like as a family, but not really. Like I'm like we can do this in home. So that's when the idea was born, and I remember like just like throwing the idea out to my children and just seeing like how it set with them, seeing like what their immediate response was to it, and they seemed pretty excited about it. And I remember them just like asking a lot of questions about what is this going to look like. Um, so at some point shortly after that, I began to sit down and just craft how we were going to do this, and I knew I was going to have to plan it out. I knew that, since there's seven of us, I would not be able to just say, okay, on March 24th to the 28th, we're going to put all the screens away and that's it, because that wasn't going to work. There would have been something that happened, someone who wasn't able to participate, someone with some kind of objection, right, if I hadn't strategically planned that out. So a lot of ladies in my online communities had come to me and said, I want to know more about how you did this digital detox. They recognized that, it wouldn't be something they'd just be able to wing, and they were completely right. I had to sit down and plan all of this out. So what I am giving you here is a step-by-step um, how to create this so that it is impactful for every member of your household and everyone in your family, and so that you take away something so amazing from it that your family, like mine, is going to want to come back and do this again. um, and my hope is for your family to create this reconnection, to see each other again in a way that maybe you haven't for a long time, the way that my family did. So in the next video, I'll talk about the first step of crafting, which is scheduling a time that works for everyone.